Taber team. Today I focused on the finished section of the building number 4. I did an 830. I did this in 13 minutes 11 seconds using this dust broom, a hand broom, and a dust pan. So did it at 830, then I checked again at 1230. I wanted to see how bad it got by 1230 to see the sawdust that gets blown around in 4 hours, and it needed it again at 1230, and that's okay. It doesn't take long to clean it up. We're not trying to make it perfect, but we're trying to get the big stuff a couple times a day. I noticed that when I was doing this at the 1230, JD had walked a client through the finish area back to the staining area. So it's important that we look good for the customer. It's important we're safe for the customer. The floor can be kind of slippery, and we want the air quality to be better. Our focus is to continue to sweep more and blow less. There's a lot of turbulence. We want to keep the dust down. Okay, so that's why I hit this twice today, but it's a 13-minute job each time, probably less once we get on top of it. So self-explanatory. I'm doing some befores and then the after. This is in the corner over here. You can see if you take a hand broom to get under the edges and pull that out, then you can use the 2-foot dust broom in the smooth aisle, and it goes really fast and it's very effective. This is a rough area, so you need to use a push broom, and you pull the broom back to you to control the dust, as you'll see here I'm doing in the demonstration.
That keeps the dust down.
So I did the 830, then I came back at 1230 and did it again.
Just sweep it up.
So we'll talk about how we can manage that with our people, hitting it a couple times a day, probably a half hour at the most, 15 minutes at 8:30, 15 minutes at 12:30 or so, and we're good to go. But you can see it does pile up fast. We're doing a lot of sanding and sawing. We're a wood shop, so that's to be expected, but let's try and manage it better.
Okay, so the first third of it took 4:05. Again, and it's not perfect, but it's getting a good chunk of dust.
Pushed it down to the end here and then swept it up with a hand broom and the dust pan.
4:05. Now we'll do the last third.
Looks pretty good. Sweep more, blow less. That's our motto. Sweep more, blow less. Thanks, guys. Keep working on it. Looking better every day.